Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 8 fan reaction video. Wow, what an episode. I was not disappointed. I said I was going to give this a rating, and I'm going to follow up. I feel, I don't want to influence your vote, so hold on a second. I'll give you mine, but you can probably tell I am just elated. Incredible. And the spoilers were unbelievably spot on. Several months back, let's get this thing started. We got Valar super chatting. Oh my God, pure madness. Round 4. 999 Army, Kill Steph, Emmy Kale, Sweet Tommy sponsors Patreons, and of course all the super chatters. I love it. I see the reactions right now. I think it was very well done. Good story. I was not overly bothered by the Henry storyline. I thought, I'm not going to say it was dragging, but I was kind of anxious. And really what tied it together for me, looking at the hilltop, is I think that there was a war between Alexandria and Hilltop. I think that there was just some bloodshed, and they were going after each other when the whole Rick thing went down, and they started taking care of themselves. I do think there was more to it. You could just feel a little bit, 6 years, there's some animosity still there, and nothing like the, the way they built up the Whispers. Look, we knew it. So, people that did not know the spoilers, that did not follow the comics, I got to imagine it was just an amazing shock for, watching, the walkers move and kind of work in a different direction, and then that scene at the end where they spun around. And what was amazing about that is not only did the Whisperer spin around, but he recognized that Jesus had plated armor in the front. So that's why he had to spin him around and stab him in the back. And, in typical, one-on-one, Jesus would have taken him, but he was just so, I got this, like Tom Payne just said, showing off, showing his moves, and then completely shocked. And it probably wasn't the best Whisperer out there, but look, the group made it out, so we did see the, the teaser for the future episode, so there is going to be a burial with Jesus, and they know that there's a new enemy, so the communities are going to have to come together. So we got Phoenix Black says, Jesus went out like a G. I got this. Yeah, he, you don't want to lose that ability, but definitely it was fun seeing him kind of spin around and just take care of everything on his own. And just another scene where someone's trapped on the other side. Negan is out on the loose, so they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him as a resource for sure. Beta was in the teaser. Alpha was in the teaser. So we got to see Sergeant Chosen One. I saw both. I think the one standing out there in the field with the white and the white mask was Alpha, and then Jesus had the belt buckle, like the jeans and the belt buckle. I'm sorry, Beta. Okay, Jesus on my mind. Beta had the jeans and the belt buckle. Scott Kernan says, Kills, it looks like Daryl will encounter Lydia. We did see Lydia, so we saw Lydia, Alpha, and Beta. Negan is gathering up resources, yes, but I feel like I was spot on with that. I think they're going to make everybody think that Negan's up to his old ways, and then you watch and see. They will bring him back full circle. Valar said, did anyone else love Eugene's hiding place? I did. He said, that's an affirmative. I mean, Eugene was just... I like the fact that Eugene and Jesus were having a conversation about the walkers evolving, that they were taking it serious. So it was great. Lakeisha says, hi everyone, Kills, can you explain why everyone was pissed at Michonne? Lakeisha, I think there was a battle between the two communities. Maybe it wasn't full-scale war, but I certainly think that in the 6 years, there was some fighting and some issues with Negan and prisoners and rules and laws and people breaking rules, and what happens when you break them, and what happened with Sanctuary. I think all those things are going to come into play. Sheila Mack, did Father G leave the door unlocked on purpose? I did say I think he did. He's talking about the burden and how he always had to watch over him. I do think that, I mentioned that a couple days ago, and I'm going to stick to it. I think it was done intentionally. Kimberly M., Jesus' last scene was epic. Loved the episode. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It was not only was it great, it was good to see that because two of the deaths that really stuck in my mind, not that they were big deaths, Madison obviously was, Deanna and, well, I'll give you three. Deanna, Carl, and from Fear, Madison. And none of those three characters felt like they wanted to leave the show. Almost felt like they were, you know, they didn't like the writing. They were pissed off. They wanted to come back. They wanted to do those things. Tom Payne was like, cool, it was epic. I would love shooting it like that. I like when the story is over that they appreciate the time they were on the show and just kind of move forward. So I like not only, I think knowing that the actor accepts it, to me, made it better. And he had such an epic ending. It was one of the best endings I've seen to a character. Just, you know, he took out a few of them, doing his thing, and then bam, just surprised out of nowhere. Just shows you got to watch out. And it is going to make everybody take this whole Whisper thing a lot more seriously. So thank you for that super chat. Who else we got? We got Scott Kernan says, it looks as if Oceanside does, in fact, exist. Well, you know, the three teens that were out there certainly were talking about it and becoming a fisherman. He wants to become a fisherman so he can go intermingle with the women from Oceanside. So, yeah, maybe we'll see him again, or maybe that story will just go. Hey, I am so hyped up about it right now. I think I'm going to see some Dwighty boy. I'd love to see Dwight hanging out at the sanctuary. I sense there's going to be this Negan Dwight reunion. It's got to happen. Capo from Mars getting a super chat in here says, kills. They get out of the cemetery, but how, when they're surrounded by whispers, did they fight their way out? Well, either they fought their way out, or, remember, we've heard rumor that in one of the episodes, Michonne captures Lydia. So maybe Lydia is one of the ones that come in, and now that they've seen the unmasking, perhaps Michonne takes one of them and then, you know, is going to threaten them, and that's their exit strategy. I got to think that Lydia could be their ticket out of there, that she goes back as a prisoner. Scott Kernan with Super Chat. Also, Negan is headed back to Sanctuary. Home sweet home. So really quickly, just a couple things, because we got a ton of people. We got about 1,000 people in here right now. Tons of Walking Dead fans. I know many of you are subscribers. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hang out with us. Come back. We do these chats every night. One thing that's unique about our channel is we want to get all of you included and get all of you involved. So I'm sure there's 300 or 400 of you. This might be the first time you're in our channel, but we'd love to get your comments. Remember, anything you type is going to be a permanent part of this video. And also, all the new people here and all the regular people, pike that like button. If you're having a good time, this is our 4th stream of the day. We're going to do an extended reaction video. This is going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, and then later on tonight at 11:15, we're going to do a longer video. It's going to be more detailed. We're going to break down some of the topics. I've got 6 pages of notes here that we're going to go through over the next couple days. So I got another super chat. We got E-Beach. What's up, Eric? Thank you for being here again. Negan is back and not looking reformed. Eric, he's reformed. It's his first shot of freedom. But, you know, I got to think. Negan's list of priorities is Lucille. Then he's going to realize these relationships he's created are a lot more important than the past. So I think the relationship with Judith, the desperation that's going to go down, he's going to be needed at some point. So Mel the Vulture, 751 people watching as a type. You're outgrowing me. Mel, let me say this. This channel is not about me. It's about all of us. So you guys are growing the channel. It's a ton of people. And I think it's a ton of people are going to come back, especially if they're hardcore Walking Dead fans. And I hope all of them come back tonight when we do the extended stream. So right now, hold tight, everybody, because I can assure you there's going to be 500, 600, 700 people typing at the same time. So watch this. From a scale of 1 to a 10, I need everybody in here right now to give me a rating of tonight's episode. I'm going to go back. I said a 10 earlier. No doubt about it. I think this is one of the best mid-season finales. I like the mini cliffhanger. I absolutely love the first half of this season. Angela Kang, you have done an amazing job. Scott Gimple, taking a sidestep and handing the reins over to somebody else. Wonderful job. Look at these scores. So I know we've got a ton of interactive fans. And somebody get Chris Hardwick on the phone at Talking Dead and just ask him a question. Let him know that we are one of the biggest live forums that you'll find out there to discuss The Walking Dead. And as Mel said, we grow bigger each and every day, and it's because of the relationships here. Not only are we a group that discusses, it's a family. Awesome group of people. Look at those scores. Really, really good job. I got a couple things that I'm going to touch on, and then we'll pause the stream, or we'll end the stream, and then we'll come up with another one. What did you think about, you think there's any seriousness in Negan saying he's heard Rosita telling a few secrets? Is Rosita using Father G the same way she used Spencer? Leave your thoughts to that, because I thought it was very interesting. Either he's trying to get under Father G's skin, or Rosita is not serious. That stood out to me, that dialogue. As I said, I was okay with the Henry storyline. I think it was a bridge. They're ramping it up to something in the future. Michonne still harbors a lot of bitter feelings, so it was nice to see her and Carol. However, her and Tara did not look like they were best of friends. And let me say this. I got one more question for everybody. Of all the things out there with the spoilers, and all the information many of you knew, it's been talked about for a couple of months, so it wasn't, I don't think anything shocking. What individual thing happening tonight that either you may or may not have known surprised you the most? So if you had to pick one thing to react tonight, what was the most shocking thing in tonight's episode? And I'm going to call on a few people to get your comments included. Enid's love story, unmasking. The unmasking was great. Jesus' death. Yeah, well, I guess there are people who still didn't know it. The whispers. The dog is the real hero. I love that. The death of Jesus, officially the death. Enid and Alden in a relationship. A lot of people interested in that. There you go. All right. Kane Swiss. Scott Kern is super chatting. Seeing the herd, ignore Daryl. How many people loved to hear Carol say, how's Judith and RJ doing? Can we finally bring some closure to the RJ ghost story that's in her mind? I know I'm not the only person who just felt like, thank God that's over. It's real, as we've been saying. And we do have apparel down there if you want to see the onesie. If someone's expecting, we do have the RJ is real onesie. So check that out. One more favor I'm asking everybody to do. If you guys could, we've got 700, 800, 900 people in here. Can we get this thing up to about 500 likes? It's not hard. Slide the mouse over, slap that like button. And you know what? If you're not having a good time, hit the dislike button. I'm okay. Let's get 20, 30, 50 dislikes if that's what it takes. But make a choice one way or the other. And those of you watching the playback, which would be a ton of people, I'm guessing we get this thing up to 1,000 likes by tomorrow morning before Cyber Monday. So you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for your support. It has been an incredible action-packed day. We started at 12 o'clock today. Then we had a 3 o'clock stream. We did the countdown at 8. And now we've got reaction videos. So I'm going to ask a follow-up question to the group. Please get your comment included in this video right here, right now. What are you most looking forward to in the next episode? In episode number 9. When we come back from the break. And they are going to announce it in a little bit on Talking Dead. So hopefully it'll be mid-February-ish, I guess, usually. Mark Jacobs says, Alpha. Omega's like, Beta. Oh, boy. I just want to see how many going to put Negan. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that were excited to see Negan's story take place again. He's been locked up and nothing going on. Villar, also, didn't it feel like a thriller video? I want to give a shout out to the special effects people and the people, the cameramen. The aerial views were absolutely stunning. They were amazing. One of my favorite views from any episode of The Walking Dead was the aerial view when they were walking toward the barn with Eugene. It felt so much like a horror movie. You know, you had Daryl with the light and then the dog, and then you just had this panned out aerial view. It was creepy. It was eerie. Absolutely amazing job. It had me kind of at the edge of my seat. So, yeah, it did. The smoke kind of had that thriller effect. But if there's one visual from the whole thing, and definitely the Jesus fighting scene was good, but I could get a picture of that aerial scene and just make it into like an oil painting or something. They did an amazing job. William Finney said, looking forward to Negan in the second half. Yeah, unbelievable. Rhonda says, question, does the Whisper War drag like the All Out War? Rhonda, I think all bets are off at this point. It's whatever they want to do. You know, I do think there's a roadmap with the comic books, but I think they're going to do it where it's audience friendly. The one thing that I think they've done a really good job this season is not getting so much into the backstory and the filler information. It seems like they give you a little bit and say, you know what, go figure it out. Like the Henry thing. All right, you know, there's people he's hanging out with, but in the past, that would have been a whole episode. This time they give us like 10 minutes, which is good enough, and then they put him in jail and it's fine, and then we get to some action. So it seems like every episode this season has had a little bit of that. It's had some story, it's had a little bit of backstory, and then a whole lot of action. Can we skip December and January? That's a good comment, Pickles. I like that. Alpha versus Negan. And let's see. CPH says maybe Beta is close to killing Daryl, then Negan shows up. That would be a, I'm hoping that would be enough to get our very own moderator, Steph the Cuervo Queen, to give Negan a second chance. Maybe if Daryl's like on the verge of death, Negan steps in. You will see. E-Beach, the war will not drag, lesson learned. No, but you know what? This is an arc that I can certainly get behind for a little while. Take my mind off of Rick and some of the other stuff. I think that I'm okay with this story right now because I haven't caught up to the Commonwealth either in the comic books, so I just want to get through. I like the suspense, and there's going to be some death. Tommy Man Bun McCandless, one of our 5-star moderators. Thank you so much, Tommy. Kills, this lived up to the hype and more. Awesome. And, you know, I think no doubt the show really lived up to it, but each and every one of you getting together, talking about it every night and talking about, you know, which spoilers are confirmed, which are speculation, which story, just makes the show absolutely a blast for me. It makes it so much fun to talk about the show when I have each and every one of you just sort of right there helping me figure it out as we go. Who we got? We got Libertarian Freak. Will Negan find Lucille now that he is out? It's dicey. It's dicey whether or not... What if... You know, let me ask this question. This is the way I would do it. And you know what? I'm going to read that. Y'all got milk, please, says, loves your voice. Thank you. That's, I appreciate that. My eyes they always zoom in when there's a good compliment like that. So here's something that I want to predict. I think Negan finds Lucille. This is the way I would write it. And he destroys Lucille. I think that kills two birds with one stone. One, now Negan can fight, and it doesn't remind everybody of Glenn and Abraham. And number two, it shows that he is able to move on. Negan's got to move on. I think he's got to get rid of her. Justin says it's a good cliffhanger. Ooh, Nerd Life thinks Dwight has Lucille. You know, Snake, I saw the preview, and I'm just going to say, like, I got to watch it again. That looked like a wiffle ball bat. It didn't look like Lucille. Maybe I'm wrong. I might have just saw it too quick. It looked like a thinner version of Lucille, and I didn't see kind of the barbed wire. Did you guys catch that? I mean, look, maybe I missed it. Yeah, I didn't think it was Lucille. It looked like a wiffle ball bat. Maybe he's kind of, just working his way back up. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Definitely not Lucille. All right, everybody's on board with that. Oh, come on, Derek. That was not Rick's rebar. All right. Ton of information. Drama King, Magna, and Yumi are like, what the hell did we get ourselves into? Yeah, they've only been there for a day? And they're out in the cemetery with, talking walkers? I mean, I'm sure it's freaking them out. Like, why are we helping you? Do you trust us now? I mean, just the day before, they're having to drop their weapons and prove themselves, and now they're out, saving some of the best characters. So, yeah, awesome stuff. All right, everybody, we are going to wind the stream down. I know we got a ton of people. We've had concurrently 700, 800, 900 people, so probably 2,500 people by the time this video goes live, which will be in the next 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to extend a personal invitation to each and every one of you to be back here at 11:15. So you probably won't get a notification because it's not an hour in advance. Usually there's that. Just remember, subscribe to the channel, hang out here. We'll have the invitation up within a couple of minutes so you guys can hang out in the lobby. But we will be back here at 11:15. Catch the end of Talking Dead. Catch all the previews, all the chit-chat, everything that's going on. Take some notes. We're going to get extended into this within the next 45 minutes. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. We got Colby Dennis super chatting as we start to wind it down. Magna and crew definitely belong and are likable characters to the show, even if it's been a couple of episodes. Definitely. There's no doubt about them whatsoever. I know a few people were skeptical of Magna because she had the knife in her belt, but I think at this point, they're on the right team. Negan's going to have to do something similar just to prove, I think, to all the naysayers and the doubters that he's just not looking out for himself at this point. And I do think that he'll come around and be fully accepted. So thanks, everybody. We will do another stream in 45 minutes. So mark your calendars. Get ready to go. I hope each and every one of you are back. And there's going to be a few more people in here as well, too. We're going to break this down even further. As I said, I got 6 pages of notes. We're going to go through more of the plot line and some things that stood out to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you at 11:15. Peace.